Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the official story into the JFK assassination. Now, before we get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the comments open on this video, and I want to take a poll, okay, on what story do you, the public, believes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell and point out the official story by the Warren Commission report, by the conspiracy people's reports and their theories and stuff on what took place that day. And then we'll go into my research that I've done on what took place that day. Now, like I said, I'm going to leave the comments down below open so you can discuss. One thing I'm asking, please do not use foul language in the comments. Remember, everybody has their own opinion, so please don't start nothing with anybody else or calling anybody out of their name or anything like that, because them comments, if I see any of them comments on there, I will delete them, because I don't think people should be called the name. Everybody has their own opinion, so they should be able to post whatever they want as well. And what I want to do is, like I said, I will leave them open so we could take a poll ourselves as the people and see who actually believes what anymore when it comes to JFK assassination. I want you to post this video on your social medias. Let's try to let this one video go viral so we can get a proper poll on what people actually believes in the JFK assassination, on what story they believe as well. Okay, so if we can post this video on social medias, Facebook, all over the net, okay, with your help, maybe we can see for ourselves on what the public really believes when it comes to JFK assassination. So as you see, I just got a certain amount of images up here and stuff, which, like I said, I'm going to go through over each official story, the Warren Commission report story, the conspirators or conspiracy people's research and stuff on their official story, and then we'll go into my official story. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to leave comments below, and always in the description down below, you can find a site where you can make a donation to the JFK documentary, or my book, Evidence of Conspiracy, which is the only book you ever need when it comes to JFK assassination. But, like I said, I want to go over this thoroughly so people would understand from their point of view and everybody else's point of view, so everybody would be on the same track, okay? So the first one we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the Warren Commission report. All right, in this map here, as you see here, the Warren Commission report states basically the official story on JFK assassination. Oswald took 3 shots that day from the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. He used a Carcano rifle. Okay, he had the missed shot, which is a curve to where James Taggs was standing. The magic bullet shot that struck JFK in the back, bullet X's throat, and whined and turned and did all these turns of stuff and went through Governor Connally and stuff. And then we had the fatal headshot. So, and then they have Oswald killing Officer Tippit, and then Jack Ruby killing Oswald. That's their official story. Basically, that's it. Oswald acted alone. He was the only assassin there. He took 3 shots. The magic bullet shot, the curb shot, and the fatal headshot. Then Oswald killed Officer Tippit, and then Jack Ruby killed Oswald. That's it. That's the official story from the Warren Commission report in our government. Which, as you see, it really wasn't long when you basically put everything together. It really wasn't that long to discuss their official story, because that's basically what it is. Okay, they got all these books, thousands and thousands of books out, but all they had to do is just sum it up with one picture, okay, and tell the story, and it'd been over with, okay? But, they got to add all this other stuff into it. Now, we're going to go look at the conspiracy people on their official report on what took place that day. Okay. Now, as they claim, there was only eventually, like I said, when they first started talking about this, talking about 4 shots fired, and then all of a sudden now they're starting talking about a bunch more shots fired after my research came out. As you see here, they placed Malcolm Wallace on the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. They placed Charles Nicoletti on the rooftop of the Dow Tex building. They have Charles Harrelson behind a picket fence. They have James Files behind a picket fence. And here's how they ordered the shots that day. They don't know how many shots Charles Nicoletti took. Okay, they are not going to talk about that. They're going to say he was on the rooftop, but what shots he took, no one knows. Okay, they don't even talk about that. When it comes to Malcolm Wallace, they said that he takes 1 shot. This shot struck JFK in the back, and that was it. And then we have Charles Harrelson, which takes a throw shot to JFK. And then we have James Files, which takes a fatal headshot to JFK. Then they have the Umbrella Man right here, which he opens up his umbrella and starts waving it up and down like this, which they say you could see in the Knicks film and much more film stuff, which really all we see is the umbrella sitting here just like this above the guy's head, but they're going to say it's moving up and down, up and down. That's what they're saying, but it's not. You can see, you watch the films, even in the Zapruder film, you see the umbrella stationary in one spot, but they said, no, he's moving it up and down, up and down. That's what they're saying now. Then they're going to say there was 5 missed shots, okay? The 5 missed shots now that they're claiming was 1 shot to the manhole cover, which, as you see in my research, the shot to the curb, the shot right here to the chrome in between the sun visors, which now they're bringing into it, and then the shot to the windshield, okay? Now, if you look at this, they're going to say there was 5 missed shots. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 missed shots here. Where's that other 5th missed shot? And as I point out as well in their research, where's the shots to Governor Connally? They will not talk about that, okay? They're not talking about that. They're talking about their official story. Now, their official story is this. Charles Nicoletti on the rooftop of the Dow Tex building. Malcolm Wallace on the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. The Umbrella Man down there giving out the warning signals. Charles Harrelson took, Malcolm Wallace took a shot to JFK and struck him in the back. Charles Harrelson took the throat shot to JFK. James Files took the fatal headshot to JFK. Then they have Lyndon B. Johnson behind the assassination of JFK. But he hires the mob to kill JFK. And then we have Jack Ruby hiring Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald, but Oswald turns around and assassinates and kills Officer Tippit, and then Jack Ruby goes ahead and kills Oswald. Now, remember, they're telling us that Oswald's innocent. Oswald's a patsy. Why did Jack Ruby hire Officer Tippit to shoot Oswald? This question will never be asked, or this question will never be answered, but I'll ask the question, but they'll never have that answer. If Oswald's a patsy, as these conspiracy peoples are claiming, Oswald had nothing to do with the assassination of JFK. Why did Jack Ruby hired Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald? If Oswald had nothing to do with it, Oswald didn't know about the assassination or anything else, why did Jack Ruby hire Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald? You see, this is a story that's made up. Okay, and then we have Charles Nicoletti. Charles Nicoletti brought into the mix because of James Files. But then again, James Files didn't say there was anybody else behind there to pick a fence with him. But people are claiming today, now the conspiracy people are piecing all this information together, and this is what they're presenting as evidence. This is what they're presenting as what took place that day. As you notice, I'm taking a little bit longer with this one than with the Warren Commission report, because the Warren Commission report is, we know that's false information. Okay, we know that's false information. But here we have to look at their official story, And we had to try to piece this together, and we try to have to understand what they're talking about. How did they come up with these conclusions? How did they come up with these people in these locations and stuff? And that's what I'm trying to present. If they're going to claim this as the official story, JFK assassination solved, and this is the official story of exactly what took place that day, we have to look at it all angles, as I point out. Okay, Charles Nicoletti was brought into it by James Files because that's what James Files said. But I think James Files had him placed inside of the building, but they went ahead and placed him on top of the Dow Tex building. Malcolm Wallace was placed into the mix because of, one, he's Lyndon B. Johnson's hitman, as people want to put it. And number two, as they said, the fingerprint found there. And then as you watch my video on Malcolm Wallace, okay, you will see that the fingerprint did not match. Okay, it's been proven that that fingerprint did not match his fingerprint. And the man's looking outside the window, as they want to portray as their evidence, was not Malcolm Wallace. It was actually Lee Harvey Oswald. But we're going to go based on what they have it there. Okay, now he supposedly took one shot there. He's the one that took a shot to JFK in the back. Now they're telling us this is their official story. And I went over a lot of their videos and stuff like that, even Robert Groden and stuff, because Robert Groden and all the rest of them are telling the same story now. That's why I said this is the official story now. That's told in Dealey Plaza. This is the official story. Okay, they'll show these images here, the shot here, shot here, shot here, shot here. These are part of the missed shots, which is 5 missed shots. They'll tell us that Charles Nicoletti was on the rooftop, okay, of the Dow Tex building. Did he take in shots? Who knows? We don't know if he took this shot or that shot. Who took that shot? But we do know that Malcolm Wallace took one shot today, struck JFK in the back. He was on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository in a sniper's nest. Charles Harrelson was behind the picket fence with James Files. Charles Harrelson location was right here. He shot JFK in the throat. And then we have James Files over here, which took the fatal headshot to JFK. And then we have the umbrella man moving his umbrella up and down, up and down, up and down, which they claim you can see in Orville Nick's film. You can see in a Zapruder film, and you see in a much more film of him raising his umbrella up and down, which I never seen it. And I went over the films 1,000 times or more each. I never seen that umbrella going up and down. Then they're going to claim Lyndon B. Johnson was behind assassination. Lyndon B. Johnson hired the mob to assassinate JFK. Jack Ruby hired Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald, but Oswald was too quick and fast for him, so he ends up shooting Tippit, and then Jack Ruby had to finish the job and shoot Oswald. Okay, now the 5 missed shots. Okay, they're going to say the manhole cover shot, which was never mentioned before, but all of a sudden now mentioned now because, like I said, researchers are going to dip in a little bit of my stuff as well to put in theirs so they can present that as evidence because they know how much evidence I have. But they take it from everybody else because, like Charles Nicoletti, which is James Files' story in James Files. Charles Harrelson, which is from another researcher's story. Malcolm Wallace is from another researcher's story. Okay, so they're piecing all these different people's information in to their theory. Now, here's questions I have. Okay, we have the shot at the back of JFK. We have the shot to JFK's throat. We have the shot to the fatal headshot to JFK. Where's the shots came from that struck Governor Connolly? They don't know that. So how can this be an official story when no one knows where the shots to Governor Connolly came at? But then again, Governor Connolly is starting to be erased from the story. Same as James Tank. He's being erased from the story as well. Okay, Nicoletti, Charles Nicoletti. Now, here's another thing you guys look at. What shots did he take? Well, they're claiming there was 5 missed shots. Okay, there was 3 shots at JFK, 5 missed shots. Because remember now, Governor Connolly, they don't know nothing about Governor Connolly or who shot him or anything. Who took all these missed shots? Who shot the windshield? Who shot the chrome in between the sun visors? Who shot the curb? Who shot the manhole cover? Okay, was it Charles Nicoletti? Well, if he was a professional assassin, he sure didn't seem like he was an assassin to me if he was making all these missed shots. Was it Malcolm Wallace? No, it can't be Malcolm Wallace because they only said he took 1 shot. Could have been Charles Harrelson. Nah, they only said he only took 1 shot and he did the throw shot to JFK. Could have been James Files. Well, no, James Files can't do it because, he took the fatal headshot to JFK. And that's the only shot he fired. So who took the missed shots? Do you see what I'm saying? There's still 1,001 questions. That still has no answer. So how can this be official story? Here's my official story. This is what they're going to say. Charles Nicoletti on the rooftop of the Daltex building. Malcolm Wallace on the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository in Sniper's Nest took one shot JFK in the back. Charles Harrelson took the throat shot to JFK from behind a picket fence. James Files took a shot to JFK that was a fatal headshot. They had the umbrella man there waving his umbrella up and down. Lyndon B. Johnson was behind the assassination. He hired the mob to assassinate JFK. Ruby hired Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald, but Oswald's too quick, too fast, too quick movement stuff. He ends up shooting Officer Tippit, and then Ruby had to shoot Oswald. But remember, Oswald had nothing to do with it. Okay, he didn't know nothing about assassination or anything else, but he had nothing to do with it, and he was a patsy as he claimed. You see. Then, that's what I'm saying. He was only arrested for shooting Officer Tippit. He was only charged. That's the only murder charge he had against him was Officer Tippit. They just placed it, Oswald there. Well, what about the car cannon rifle? Well, you can't make it with this kind of junk here. Then I guess did Malcolm Wallace shoot that car cannon rifle? They don't give you no answers or questions. That can you tell us exactly when these shots occurred? No, they can't give us that information as well. They'll tell us 5 missed shots. Well, who took the 5 missed shots? Okay, did any shots come from Daltex building? Only one shot came from the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository, or 2 shots came from behind a picket fence. Where's all these other shots come from? Okay, we know it could come from the windshield shot and the shot to the chrome. We know that couldn't come from the front because that bullet had to make a curve and back in. So it would have to come from the Daltex building, right? So if it comes from the Daltex building, or Malcolm Wallace took them shots, or Charles Nicoletti took them shots, okay? Then there's some bad people. I mean, there are some really bad shots. Don't you think so? There are really some bad shots. But this is the official story that every conspiracy person is using in Dealey Plaza right now. Then they'll throw a little bit of mixed in there right along with it. And they'll say, everybody was sitting there talking about Marilyn Monroe being JFK's lover. Marilyn Monroe. She had an affair with JFK. But no, that's a lie. They swear up and down, I'm going to tell you the truth right now is what they're telling us. I swear up and down it wasn't Marilyn Monroe. It was Angie Dickinson. That was JFK's lover. So Marilyn Monroe had nothing to do with assassination as well. But like I said, they're going to tell us that this is the official story right here. And, to throw it on top there, they're going to say that Oswald was, matter of fact, in the lunchroom the whole time of the assassination. In the 2nd floor lunchroom the whole time of the assassination, they're going to tell us that that's where Oswald's at. So now, down researchers there, which is Robert Groden and all them people in Dealey Plaza now, this is their official story. They're saying that Oswald was not in the doorway because they're saying that Oswald was completely through the whole assassination. He was on the 2nd floor of in the lunchroom in the Texas School Book Depository, not on the outside, but in that lunchroom. That's where Oswald was at. Why did Oswald leave work? Okay, why did Oswald leave work? They won't tell us that because they don't know. They won't tell us where these shots came from. They can't tell us a time frame on any of these shots, okay, or anything else. And there's a lot of things that we got questions, that leaves questions open after questions after questions. Lyndon B. Johnson hired the mob. Why would he hire the mob? For an assassination like this, when you put it in this kind of a story and everything else and making it official, where's their evidence? Where's their proof? They have none to show. They have to come in somewhat my research, get this shot, and this shot, which they was there, but they're going to use them as missed shots, but they don't know where these shots came from or who took these shots, which I do. Same with curb shot and everything else. I know where these shots came from. They don't know where these shots came from. They're just going to say these are the missed shots. They're pushed aside. They said there's 5 missed shots, but they're only showing 1, 2, 3, 4 images out that are 5 missed shots. They're not going to sit there and say anything about the shots. Well, who took the shots to Governor Connolly? Well, we can't answer that. We can't answer that. Okay. Who did? Okay. So now they're talking like there's 14 shots taken or anything else like that. Up to 14 shots now. Because right here, they got 5 missed shots and 3 shots right there. That's a total of 8 shots. But when they're based on Robert Groves and stuff, remember you got shots to Governor Connolly, you got shots to JFK. JFK was shot 4 times, as Robert Groves said. Governor Connolly was shot 3 times. Okay, so now you're looking at 14 or 15 shots as he's portraying it. These are the official stories now, people. You heard the Warren Commission report story. 3 shots, Oswald, that's it. Oswald shot Tippit. He assassinated JFK. He shot Officer Tippit, and Ruby shot Oswald, and that's it. This here, I just got done going over this, and I'm bringing up a lot of good flags and a lot of good points here of this stuff don't make no it don't make no sense to me and stuff, but they're swearing to us up and down that this is what really officially took place that day. Now let's go into my research. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this one, and I'm gonna pull up this one here. Which, let me bring up the other one. Okay, we'll go full zoom on that, and then we'll bring up this one. We'll stick this over here to the side. I show photographic evidence of 13 shots being fired that day. I show, by photographic evidence, the location of these gunmen and their locations. I show that these gunmen were dressed up in their surroundings, like the 2 gunmen in the county records building. I'm showing a gunman in that county records building with a rifle in his hand, holding a rifle, and firing a shot from that location, okay, by photographic evidence. That was taken there that day. That was taken there that day. And then we have the gunman on the rooftop of the county records building. We do, in fact, have Lee Harvey Oswald on the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. I also go into detail on the decoy rifle, which was the car cannon rifle. I go in details on the 2 shots that he took that day. Same as these 2 gunmen here. The shots up here for this gunman here, I can tell you that all he took was distraction shots. The curb shot, 2 shots to the grass area, which you see here, the curb shot, 2 shots to the grass area, 2 shots to the manhole cover. Both of them bullets to the manhole cover still can be seen today as well. So I'm presenting my evidence of the official story, what took place that day. All right, we have this gunman here. We have this gunman right here, which is on second floor of the county records building. He took 4 shots that day. He did, in fact, took 1 shot to JFK, 1 shot to Governor Connolly, and he took a distraction shot to the steps, and he took a distraction shot to the sign on the lamppost. Now, as you notice, I didn't say missed shots. I said distraction shots. Okay, because now we could go into more details now, because we know these are distraction shots, because these distraction shots started taking place after JFK was shot and Governor Connolly was shot. Okay, just like right here, I'm pinpointing each one of these shots. I'm pinpointing each one of these gunmen's location, and I'm showing photographic evidence to back up everything I say. Oswald took 2 shots that day. He took, both shots was to JFK. First shot struck JFK in the back. Bullet exits his throat, going out to the left, past Governor Connolly's head, struck the chrome in between the sun visors of JFK's limo. The second shot that Oswald took, which was shot number 5, which I place them in order, which they don't have them in order. They don't know what shot took place first or whatever. I have them in order, which they don't. But Oswald took his second shot, which was shot number 5, struck JFK in the back of the head after JFK's head opened up after, and that bullet just passed through that opening and struck the inside of the windshield. We could base this on by the angle of shots and by the location of Oswald and location of JFK's limo at that time and what was going on at that time. Okay, which was these 2 shots coming in from right, going out to the left. Okay, as well. So you see, I can go into details on everything that actually happened that day. What happened that day? Here it is. Now this is my official story, which you're not going to find nowhere else. There was 5 gunmen there that day, 4 locations. There was a gunman on the 2nd floor of the county records building. He took 4 shots that day, 2 JFK, 2 distraction shots. There was a gunman on the rooftop of the county records building that took 5 distraction shots that day, only distraction shots on this side of Elm Street, in between Elm and Main. which he also took the curb shot where James Tagg was standing. So see, now I'm telling you about James Tagg being the shot there to the curb where James Tagg was standing. There you go. We got the gunman right here. Shot JFK and Governor Connally plus 2 distraction shots. We have Lee Harvey Oswald on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. Took 2 shots that day. Both shots to JFK. We have 2 gunmen inside of shelter number 3, which took 1 shot each. They took the fatal headshot to JFK, and then the shot to Governor Connally as he was turning to his left. And the bullet impact into back Governor Connally's back, and he falls over into his wife's lap. So you see, everything that I'm saying and what I'm presenting matches eyewitness accounts, matches the stories that's told even by eyewitnesses and by the victims themselves. And also, in that assassination, they had a guy on the corner of Elm and Houston Street to distract everybody's attention to the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository. The reason why? Because they wanted to go up there to find that decoy rifle that was registered to A. Heidel. They're going to find the sniper's nest, and they're going to see the decoy rifle right there. So they're going to look for a person named A. Heidel. So Oswald can now get away. They also have a woman out here in the open, so the gunman can see when she turns on the signal light, which is the babushka lady, which she was dressed up as a pedestrian, same as the guy down here on the corner of Houston and Elm. He was dressed up as a pedestrian to attract people's attention to the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. The babushka lady had a camera, dressed up as a pedestrian, had a camera so she could turn on the warning signal light for the 2 gunmen inside shelter number 3 to take their shots. Okay, we had the 2 gunmen inside of the records building on top of the rooftop and inside, dressed up like police officers, so they're dressed up in their surroundings. Oswald worked at the Texas School Book Depository, so he's already dressed up in his surroundings. And then we had the 2 gunmen that was inside of shelter number 3, which was 2 of the tramps, was dressed up in their surroundings because of the train yard there. That was right there. So they're going to look like tramps. So you see what I'm saying? That's my official story. Okay, JFK was shot 4 times. Governor Connally was shot 2 times. There was 1 shot to the curb, 2 shots in the manhole cover, 1 shot to the steps, 2 shots to the grass area, 1 shot to the lamppost, the sign on the lamppost, and then the 2 shots to the manhole cover. Okay, that's a total of 13 shots. The whole assassination took place within 14.72 seconds. That's how long the assassination took. There was actually more people involved because we have Mr. Zapruder as well, with Mrs. Setzman covering up Mr. Zapruder's ears and stuff like that. So they had to have some idea what was going on there that day. Okay, no matter what anybody wants to say or anything else like that, but that's the truth. Like I said, I can pinpoint each one of the locations of the shots. Here, 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 to here, which is the fatal headshot to JFK, and then the shot from Oswald where the bullet passed through and struck the inside the windshield. 1 shot here. We got 2 shots here, 2 shots here, 1 shot here, 1 shot here, 1 shot here. So see, I can pinpoint the location. That's what you're going to find in my research. You're going to hear an official story of what I say that took place that day, which is one man, what took place that day by photographic evidence. And every photographic evidence I've uncovered and I place it in the location stuff matches eyewitness accounts and their stories that's told. Okay, matches other evidence was found there, just like there's a bullet casing found in 1975 on the rooftop of the county records building. The images show us that there was a gunman on this rooftop of the county records building. Okay, and then we know the line of fire from the curb shot, grass area shot, manhole cover shots is all in the same line of fire, and they all line right back up to the rooftop of the county records building. So you see, an official story I tell is totally different than the Warren Commission report, which I'll bring that up. Let's see, where's the Warren Commission report? Right here. Okay, so now we have the Warren Commission report right here. We have the conspiracy people's story right here. And then we have my story right here. So I'll bring it over here. I'll bring this one here. And this one here. And like I said, I'm going to leave the comments open up down below. The Warrant Commission report, which is a report by the government, their official story is Oswald acted alone. He took 3 shots that day: magic bullet shot, the curb shot, and the fatal headshot to JFK. Lee Harvey Oswald also shot Officer Tippit, and Jack Ruby shot Oswald. That's it. That's it. Conspiracy people and their official report and their official story is there was Nicoletti on the rooftop of the Daltex building. Don't know what shots he fired or if he took any shots or anything else. Malcolm Wallace on the 6th floor of Texas School Book Depository, taking only one shot, the shot to JFK in the back. Charles Harrelson behind a picket fence, shot JFK in the throat. That was it. James Files takes the shot, the fatal headshot to JFK with a firebolt from behind a picket fence. The umbrella man sitting there with his umbrella going up and down like this, like he's at marching, marching. Lyndon B. Johnson was behind the assassination. He hired the mob to assassinate JFK. Jack Ruby hired Officer Tippit to shoot and assassinate Oswald, but then again, Oswald had nothing to do with the assassination of JFK. He was a patsy. He didn't know nothing about the assassination or anything else, but still Jack Ruby hired Officer Tippit to assassinate Oswald, but Oswald was too quick and too smart and too fast, so he shot Officer Tippit, and Jack Ruby had to end up shooting Oswald himself. There was 3 shots we're going to talk about. JFK being shot, which is the back shot, throat shot, and a fatal headshot to JFK. Shots to Governor Connally, they're not going to officially say in their story. The shot to the curb, they're really not going to say. They're going to say that was one of the missed shots. They don't know who took them shots. They don't know who took the shots at Governor Connally. But what they do know it wasn't Malcolm Wallace or James Files or Charles Harrelson. Okay, so it had been somebody else. They don't know who, but, that's their official story. Or you have my official story. My official story, there was 5 gunmen there. 1 gunman on the 2nd floor of the county records building, which I'm showing photographic evidence of him in that location with a rifle and firing the shots from that location. A gunman on the rooftop of the county records building, which I'm showing photographic evidence of the gunman in that location, firing shots from that location, pinpointing the shots that he took, just like the gunman on the 2nd floor county record building, pinpointing and showing the shots that he took and stuff like that. Lee Harvey Oswald on the 6th floor Texas School Book Deposit, showing an image of him on that floor, plus other evidence and stuff like that, which convict him into that with his fingerprints and even fingerprints on the bullet casings and stuff like that, and the decoy rifle and all that. But he got more information, which he took 2 shots at JFK, which them shots struck JFK in the back, bullet exited his throat, past Governor Conley's head, struck the chrome in between the side of the windshield right here, which is this one here, the chrome of the windshield in between the sun visors. And then the second shot he fired, which was shot number 5, which I placed in order, like I said, that struck JFK in the back of the head, but it passed through the opening and struck the inside of the windshield. And then we had 2 gunmen inside of shelter number 3. The gunman on the inside took the fatal headshot to JFK, and the gunman on the side came around to the side, took his shot to Governor Connally as he was turning off to his left, and then he falls over into his wife's lap. Then they have the man on the corner of Houston and Elm to distract everybody to look at the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository so they can find that decoy rifle, and they're going to line it up to find out was A. Heidel, the one was rifle was registered to, and they're going to see the sniper's nest. So that's going to be the gunman's assassin's location to eliminate all the other locations. Then we have the babushka lady warning the 2 gunmen inside of shelter number 3 to take their shots by turning on a light. And then, like I said, I pointed out the assassins was dressed up for their location and their surroundings, and even the pedestrians as well. There was 13 shots fired that day. JFK was shot 4 times. Governor Connally was shot twice. And there were 7 distraction shots. The whole assassination took place within 14.72 seconds, which they don't have no time limit or anything in their stories as well, and the other 2 stories as well. But in my research, I go through time frames, time images, photographic evidence, piecing it all together, showing gunmen in their locations with rifles in their hands, aiming their rifles and firing their rifles, and where these shots made contact with photographic evidence. Everything pinpointed down to the last second. So who do you believe now? Do we have the Warren Commission report? We have the conspiracy people's official story, or my story? So in the comments down below, for if you believe in the Warren Commission report, type in Warren Commission report. Okay. If you believe in the conspiracy people's report, I mean in their official story, type in conspiracy researchers. That'll let us know that you believe in this one here. Okay. Or if you believe my final official story on the JFK assassination, type in my name, Leroy Blevins Sr. Let's take a poll on this. So like I said, let's let this video go viral. So let people see who they believe in now. Okay. Everything that I tell in my research and I show my story, which you'll find in my book, Evidence of Conspiracy, always in the description down below. You're going to find a site where you can order that book. It's on paperback or Kindle. It's on Amazon. I show photographic evidence. I place everything in order. I show time frames, the locations, and everything else like that. Okay. Also go over false stories that was told. Okay. So like I said, it's your opinion. It's not, I have my own opinion. Everybody else has their own opinion. I just want to make this video here the official story that's told by the Warren Commission report, the official story that's told by these conspiracy people, or the official story that I present. You be the judge of what you believe. Like I said, it's your own opinion. Okay. Let the people know what do you believe in. Okay. Like I said, please, if someone makes their opinion, they believe this person or that person, don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. That's their opinion. Okay. Don't call them out of their name and stuff, because if I see any bad comments, somebody calling somebody out of their name, or any kind of bad words and cuss words or anything like that, I will delete them. Okay, I will delete them. But I also will put on there a comment. There was a comment made of this person believes this, but I had to remove their comment because of the foul language. So I'll still keep your opinion there on who you believe, what official story you believe. I'll keep that in there. But I will delete the whole comment with the bad words and everything else, and I'll just type in the comment down below that this such and such person believes this official story. And then that'll be it. So see, everybody still have their opinions in there. You see what I'm talking about? I wanted to make this video to tell people the official stories that's told and is being told. Okay, you be the judge. Always in the description down below, you'll find a site where you can order my book, Evidence of Conspiracy, which is the only book you ever need in JFK Assassination. Okay. Don't forget the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Share this video on my other videos on social medias and other networks and stuff like that, so everybody else knows this information. Let's try to get this video to go viral so we can get opinions from millions of people, not just a handful of people. Let's try to get this one video to go viral so we can get everybody's opinion on what they believe, so we the people will know exactly what people believes in now. Okay, because remember, they said, well, we took a poll that there's this many percentage of people believes in the Warren Commission report, and only this many people believes there was conspiracy. Okay, well, let's find out ourselves. Let's let this video go viral, and let's find out who believes in what. Okay, comments are going to be left open. Thank you, and you have a pleasant day, and don't forget that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's see what everybody, and you the people, be the judge. Thank you, and you have a pleasant day.